My name is Neil Estrada, President of the Filipino Chamber of Commerce of Orange County, and this is Edwin Valoy, past President of the Filipino Chamber. We're here to talk to you today about the Fil-Am Scholar of the Year. Okay, so when we went to school, not so long ago, there was no chamber that came around to give us a scholarship. We know how it is to financially struggle as a student.
So, how many of you grew up in a Filipino family where you're told that you could only be a nurse, doctor? Just about everybody here. So, what I'm here to tell you is, go ahead and go finish your degrees. Neil was a business major over at Cal State Fullerton. I was actually a mechanical engineering major and did graduate at Cal Poly Pomona. I actually did work in engineering for quite some time. But sooner or later, you do end up with a ceiling. The Gallup actually did a study, and believe it or not, 26% of the workforce actually hate their job. You're left with 51%, that's just whatever, I'm going to go punch in, but I'll go entertain other opportunities. And then you're left with a third who actually love their job. So then what Neil did is he worked actually 9 to 5, and he was making a good living. Same thing with myself, but then sooner or later, it's just not fulfilling. So we went out and we went on business on our own. Sooner or later, you guys might think of that. So just remember, there's a Filipino chamber within Orange County to support you. That way, you don't fail like 8 out of 10 business owners. The biggest asset that you could get over here at UCI Kaba is not the education, it's not the work ethic, it's actually your connection. So I do want to leave with a parting message, and I just want to talk about a little analogy to what we had growing up, some of the challenges that we had. And actually, like Neil said, this was our stomping grounds coming over to UCI during the weekends. We used to be at Stanford Court. Anybody love going to Stanford Court? Once in a while, we'd go over to the big club, right? And Neil's modest, but he's not going to tell you this, but he's actually first cousins with DJ E-Man, Power 106. He actually used to be a club promoter. So he's a good connection for me, right? Okay? So then you guys probably have that kind of connection within the club itself. Little story, typical weekend, Neil and I are rolling up to the club. Okay? Because I know Neil, we bypass all the people. There's like 100 people in line, and we go up right to the front, and we're on the list.
Okay, guest list.
So we're hooked up. We get into the club. Of course, everybody has different goals in the club. Some people want to dance. Almost everyone wants to hook up in there. Okay, so whatever your goal is inside the club. But then, during that time, there was actually a really big gap between Neil and I socially. He was actually the president of his club. I was one of the guys who would stand way in the back of the Barcata meetings and not say a word, okay? So he was the really social one, I was the engineering student, and the very introverted one. So I would always try to find a safe place in the club to go sit down or go hide in the corner. Now, guys, if you're looking to hook up, does that work? Luckily, after probably 2 hours go by in the club, and then Neil comes back over, and keep in mind, I'm sitting there and I'm in my comfort zone. I might bob my head to the music a little bit. But Neil comes over. Do you remember when you would always say? No? Yeah. You would always come over and say, hey, come on, let's go walk around. Okay? Almost every club, every party we go to, I'm the guy who wants to sit down. He's the guy who wants to go, hey, let's go walk around. So we go walk around, and I'm out of my comfort zone now, right? So we're going around, and then it's feeling really uncomfortable to me. Sometimes I think he just wants to show off and say hi to everyone in front of me. But we're walking around the club. Before you know it, we're on the dance floor. And then, do you know what? It always ended in a good time. The analogy to it, life in a career is sometimes like going to a club. Sooner or later, you guys do sit in a corner, yes? Okay? And that's what we call complacency. Complacency is you don't want to take any risks, and no opportunity is going to come to you if you go sit in the corner at the club. Same thing in life. Sooner or later, if you build a good connection, you'll have the guy who comes over and says, hey, let's go walk around. So then his actually, hey, let's go walk around is he went and quit his 9-to-5 job, and that was his signal to me in life, hey, let's go walk around. So I went out and I actually quit an engineering job. So then about year 2 or 3 in business for myself, I actually surpassed my best engineering year, all because I had a connection, and number 2, that connection got me out of my comfort zone. So what I'm here to tell you today is, hey, let's go walk around. Thank you very much.